Swick hits the road tonight looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Tonight at Frontier. It's the Bobcats of Frontier Community College here in Fairfield, Illinois. Swick tonight will search to find their identity once again and figure out what has went wrong over the last few games to get back to their game they were playing. The Blue Storm started 6-0 this season. Since then, they're 2-6 in their last 8, one of their worst 8-game stretches over the last few years. Tonight, they look to rebound against a very solid Frontier team that's under the radar for sure, and a team that is scrappy, that knows how to play. Tonight, it's the Bobcats at Frontier Community College, and your Blue Storm at Southwestern College. Welcome into our Swick Volleyball pregame show. Steven Stock with you. Glad to have you along here tonight. Tonight is the night for Swick. I think hopefully this starts something that where Swick turns things around. I think tonight, I said this earlier this morning, I actually posted my Instagram story. Today is a good day to turn things around, and I think today is a good day indeed, or a good night now, as we get ready for this one. Swick is lost their last 4 straight. I opened up saying that, Swick is on one of their worst 8-game stretches over the last years. I did the research last night. I always, you know me, I always do research. So right before I went to bed last night, I was like, okay, let me get a stat on this real quick for Swick in 8-game stretches. And as I mentioned, 2-6. They started 6-0 and are now 8-6. They went 2-6 in their last 8. And I looked back at it. This ties actually the worst 8-game stretch last year. They went 2-6 during an 8-game stretch during that really rough streak to open up the season. Record went from 3-2 to 5-8 during that stretch. But I went back to a few other years. 2023, Swick also had a 2-6 stretch early on. Lost to Parkland and Kaskaskia during that stretch. 2 notable losses, went from 2-1 to 4-7. How about 2022? Not the best 8-game start. They went 4-4 in their first 8. 2021's Swick volleyball team finished 3-5 in their last 8 games. In fact, let's go back to 2006. Swick that year went 35-13, one of their best years in program history. They also had a stretch of 3-6 during 9 games. So these stretches, obviously happen. And I kind of mentioned this a little bit on the post game on Monday night, and I think this is a vital point. It's something that needs to be said at a time like this. Stuff like stretches like this are going to happen, but how do you respond? How do you put that behind you and move forward? It's always about trying to get better every day, trying to get better every game, every practice, every set. But that's not always going to happen. That's not always that's the plan, but it's not always the outcome. And I said this: success is not linear. Success is not linear, and I think that's very true in sports, for sure. You don't see sports teams all the time. Yeah, you like to get better. You like to get better every single day. You like to get better every single game. Oh, we did this right. Let's improve on the next game. You improve on the next game. Okay, so we should get this much better the next game. We shouldn't get any worse. Well, no, that's not how that always works. Success is not linear. I kind of talked about results, expectations versus results. Well, your expectations are high, but what is the results? They're not usually always the same. Most of the time, they're not. Usually, the results are lower or higher most of the time. So, for Swick, success is not linear. Obviously, we like to get better, just a little bit better every single day. It felt like Monday was kind of the opposite of that. Swick took a little bit of a fall, went backwards, after a 3-set loss against Johnny Logan. A game that I feel like if you take that first set 28, and you lost that first set 28-26, we had that there. We were up 23-22, and I think 24-23. We had that, and unfortunately we did not get that. We were up 4-0 to start the second set, could not finish there, and lost the third set by a couple points as well. We would like to win those games, but for Swick, you have to move forward. That's back to where I'm trying to get to. You have to move forward. You have to put it behind you. Yeah, it's happened. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? You cannot change what has happened 4 games ago, right? I said this on my Instagram story Monday night on the drive home, my post-game thoughts. So, first time I ever did that, by the way, and I'm not sure if I'll do it again. I just wanted to get so much thoughts out there. I put some money out on the post-game, but there was so much more in my head. And one of those on the drive home to me is what is the expectation for Swick Volleyball to start the year 14 games in? What was the expectation 4 weeks ago, a month ago when this season started? What was the expectation, the record to be 14 games in? Yeah, Swick probably wanted to be 10-4. They probably wanted to be 11-3. As I mentioned, expectations are not always reality, right? But there's few games he probably went back here over the last few weeks. John A. is probably one he went back on Monday. Vincent a couple weeks ago over there in Indiana. How about the game at Lakeland just last week? Those are games you want back. Those are games you want back for sure. But you can't go back and get it. You can't go back and change it. But you know what you can do? Next time you play them, you can change it. And you can win against them. And you can come back tonight and play better. And start a win streak tonight. I think that's what I'm hopefully will happen tonight is Swick just goes out and just plays their game and comes out on a whole new level. You have to be motivated. You have to want it. You have to want it. And I think Swick needs to show that tonight. I talk about getting back on the right track, getting on the right foot. That's key, right? That's key. But tonight in a team against Frontier, the Bobcats are 7-8. As I mentioned, they're a solid team. They're way better than they were last year. They've really got a good roster this year. They got a lot of very talented freshmen that can play. They also I mentioned it Monday against John A. that we saw them Saturday play against Indian Hills at Lakeland. They held their own. They're a good team. They're 7-8, 2-3 region play. They're actually tied with Swick for 5th right now in the region standings. And this is one of my points that I want to make right now on how huge of this game is. Obviously, because Swick wants to get back on the right track, but also in region play. I'm not sure if many people are aware of this. The region tournament this year is going to be 16. It's not the full 10 that make it. It's 6 that get into Lakeland that weekend of November 1st, November 2nd. The top 6 get in. For Swick to be in that top 6 right now, they're tied for 5th. They're the second to last team in, right? This is a game tonight. I don't want to bring this scenario up like I believe it's going to happen because I want it not to happen, right? I don't think it will. But they're in the worst case scenario. Let's say everything gets blown up, everything just collapses, right? Swick is going in the last 2 weeks of the season in region play, fighting for a region tournament spot, right? They're fighting for a region tournament spot. And you go back and look at, we should have beat Frontier that Wednesday on September 17th. Yeah, this is a huge game just because of that, because Swick needs to win this game. Frontier, you're tied with them 2-3. And I've kind of explained this to a couple people now, and I think I've explained it on here. You have 10 teams in Region 24. Shawnee, Southeast Illinois are not the greatest teams. They're off to bad starts. So you're down to 8 teams, right? You have now, you're looking at Wabash Valley, who I believe is 1-4 coming into tonight in region play. Let me find that for you. They're 1-4. Lincoln Trail has lost 4 straight games in region play. They're 1-4. Then you got Frontier put into the mix. That's really good. Swick, Lakeland, Kaskaskia, John A., and Vincent, right? That is 8 teams. 8 teams, right? 2 of them are going to get cut out. Let's say Wabash Valley continues to struggle. They're 3-7 to start the year. Let's say they struggle. You're down to 7th Lincoln Trail. Lincoln Trail, and even Wabash Valley, put it back in there, they're only 1 game back of Swick for the 6th spot. So that's how things stand right now. Swick's got to win this game. You got Kaskaskia on Saturday. There's no better time to start a win streak than tonight, and I'm hoping Swick gets it done. I'm hoping we see a big response coming into tonight. We just need to play our game. I want to kick butt. We got to kick some butt tonight. Show, it's not personal Frontier. It's personal to us to get back on the right track, because this team has the potential to be really, really good. They have the talent to be really, really good. And to get there, we got to play better. We have to play better. And I'm hoping tonight we'll start that and start a win streak. I made a prediction Monday that a big win streak starts Monday night. I was wrong. Maybe I was 1 game too early. I think I might have been 1 game too early. And I'm hoping that stays true tonight, because I'm really, really put a lot of hope. I mentioned that I think it's not. I think it's kind of dumb to press the panic button right now. 14 games in. In fact, I really don't have any urgency, any need to even itch kind of close to that right now. Yeah, if we're under 500 next week, maybe. But right now, there's still a lot to be happy about, and there's still a lot we got to work on coming in against a good Frontier team. By the way, this is a very solid Frontier team. Let me finish this off real quick on the pregame, just talking a little about Frontier, and they pull up their games so far they've been able to play. As I mentioned, 7-8. They lost to Vincennes in a very close game, by the way. 4 sets. They took a set against Vincennes. They defeated Wabash Valley in 5. Defeated John Wood Community College in 4. They lost to Mineral Area in 4. And a couple of those sets were just like Swick's, 25-16, 25-22, 25-15. Very similar numbers set-wise on that Swick had. They lost in 5 sets to Allen County Community College. Defeated Red Lake in 4. Lincoln Trail in 4. East Central College in 4. John Wood Community College in 3. Lost to Metropolitan in 4. Defeated Lewis and Clark in 3. Lost to Kaskaskia in 3. They've lost to Mineral Area again in 3. That was at Lakeland this past weekend, losing 25-22, 25-15, 25-11. They also lost to Indian Hills on Saturday, as I mentioned, with that last set going 25-21. And they lost to Lakeland in their most recent game on Monday in region play, 25-18, 25-22, 25-19. They're coming and losing their last 4 straight. We're hoping that that can continue and we can knock off Frontier, get a big win, and hopefully get a streak started tonight, because I'm really, really hopeful, really confident that we get something going here. I think it can happen tonight here against Frontier Community College Bobcats. Thanks for tuning in here to our Swick Volleyball pregame show. The opening serve is moments away here from Fairfield, Illinois. It's the Bobcats of Frontier Community College and your Blue Storm at Southwestern Illinois College.
And we welcome in here to Frontier on the road as the Blue Storm look to get back in the WinCom. We've dropped our last 4 straight meetings, and we're going to look tonight to get back in the WinCom on a record of 8-6, 2-3 in region play. The Bobcats come in 8-8, 2-3 in region play as well. Both teams tied in 5th in region play as we welcome in to Frontier. Steven Stockley, glad to have you along on a Wednesday evening. Swick, as I mentioned, a tough 3-set loss to John A. Logan on Monday in a game where it felt like Swick had it really early on. They played really good in that first set, and then at the end just couldn't pull it out. You're up 23-22, 24-23 after that, and it just couldn't pull it out. After that, John A. kept getting set point. I think it was like 20. Let's do the math there. 24-23. No, 25-24, 26-25, and then finally 27-26. And obviously, point 28 after that, 28-26. In the second, third set, Swick started off 4-0 in the second and just never found their game after that. So, John A., I think, went up by 7 or 8 points that second set, and obviously won by 8 points, won the third set by 7 points. So we'll see what happens. And this Frontier team, man, I keep talking about it. We cannot overlook them. I know last year they're coming off a 2-31 season, but they literally have a completely different roster. This is a completely different roster. They have only 3 sophomores. 2 of them are returners. One's a transfer from Red Lake. Everyone else on this team is a freshman. And so for this is a completely different group led by a whole new coaching staff as well for the Bobcats. And they've so far, 2-3 in region play, have done a good job against region opponents. They started off with a close 4-set loss to Vincennes to open up the year, defeated Wabash Valley in 5. They were able to defeat Red Lake, a team Swick was able to defeat early on in the year. They defeated them in 4 sets. They defeated Lincoln Trail. I'm interested to see how Swick's going to play against Lincoln Trail next Friday. That's a big game we're going to have to watch out for, but they defeated Lincoln Trail in 4. They lost to Kaskaskia in 3, and then their most recent region game was here at home against Lakeland on Monday in 3 sets. Lost there. They're going to get John A. Logan. This is going to be the interesting one. They're going to get John A. Logan Friday, which I'm really excited to see how that goes in region play. And we're hoping, like I said, I talked about it again. I don't think we'll get to that scenario where everything just collapses. I'm hoping we don't get there. I mean, we're 14 games at 8-6, so I don't think it will. But in a scenario where it's the last ditch, you were fighting for a region spot last week of the season, this is a game you really want to win. And Frontier, as I mentioned, we're tied for 5th with them. If we win this game, we're in 5th place outright. And the teams that are in 7th, which is Wabash Valley and Lincoln Trail, both of them are 1-4. Both are 1-4. They're literally only a game behind Swick. Two teams actually, Wabash and Lincoln Trail, that Swick will get next week on the road, Wednesday and Friday, respectfully. So the Blue Storm need to come out, win this game tonight, and put themselves in a good position going against Kaskaskia on Saturday, which is going to be a fun one, and I know one that's going to be one that look forward to. Swick is in black jerseys with blue shoulders, white text, Swick in the front. And it will be the same starting lineup that head coach Ward Thomas has been rocking these last few games. And it will be the center, Lacey Pullman, number 7, Grace Johnson, the outside, number 9, Bailey Henry, also the outside, number 10, Layla Porter, right side hitter, number 12, Ashley Hughes in the middle, number 13, Brooke Miller also in the middle, number 23. And then the libero, of course, is Addison Walton, the sophomore for the Blue Storm. Wrapping things out, the Bobcats are in yellow jerseys, black text numerals. Their libero is in a black jersey, yellow text and numerals. And Swick will be serving left to right with Lacey Pullman having the opening serve. It's been a while since the freshman of Hardin, Illinois, was able to put an ace down. It's been a while. I don't know when the last game it was, but it's been a while. Hoping we can start off with that. We do not. As Swick attacks left to right, Bobcats going right to left. This will be Porter. Left-handed swing from the right side. Bobcats are there. They'll play to the right swing. That one's going to be out. No touch. Swick's on the board first, 1-0. All right, good start. We get the opening point. And I mentioned the pregame, I just want to see us kick some butt. That's what we need to do. Just go out here and just dominate. I don't care. Just dominate. We got to get better, and that is going to be a point for Frontier into the net. Swick on the second hit into the net. Couldn't get over, tied up at 1. Frontier, I mentioned this this season. They are 8-8 to open things up. And to see them succeed is always good. They're a team last year that struggled. They've struggled over the last few years as a program. And I mentioned this to Coach Warren Thomas earlier tonight. I said, this is good for not just them, but also for us in the region, just to get more competition and make the region better as a whole. I mean, you love to see it. Swing on the right side. Pullman there on the dig. Porter will track it down right side. Throws it backwards. Nowhere there. And Frontier has their first lead. It's 2-1. Kind of a ball that's pass that went went the wrong way is where it went. Off the hands of Porter and backwards. Camden Tappendorf, the sophomore out of Louisville, Illinois, by the way. I had to check myself on that. Put it on the notes as her serve is out 2-2. Yeah, Illinois. I didn't even know we had a Louisville, Illinois before tonight. She is a transfer from Rend Lake, so I actually played up against her former teammate, Brooke Miller. Bobcats going left, blocked by Hughes. Grace is there on the rebound, going to Pullman. Now left side, Porter, tip over, going down back right corner. Bobcats are there. Free ball coming from the libero in Riley Rourke. Now to Grace, swing off the block, kill. Retake the lead, 3-2. Bailey Henry, the one back serving for Swick. In a 3-2 game. Next one's over. Bobcats are there on the receive. It's going to go into the net. They're able to get over on the third hit. Walton going left side for Porter. It's going to be a swing. Left-handed kill, 4-2. It Swick's up by 2. Two-point lead. Henry, another serve coming here for Swick. We'll get this one over. Bobcats are there on the receive in the middle. Swing, blocked by Hughes. Read it like a book. 4 straight, it's 5-2. One of those easy reads. I like to call those easy reads. Green eggs and ham by Dr. Seuss. 5-2. 4 straight. Henry, another serve. This one's going to be over. Bobcats on the first hit, going to go straight to the floor. An ace for Bailey Henry, and it's 6-2. That's her 5th of the season. And I'll tell you, we were off to a really good start. 5-6 games in the service aces department. That's kind of slowed down. It doesn't feel like we're getting that many aces as we used to. That block's going to land on the Swick side, 6-3. Worson and Pullman have been stuck at 21 and 20 aces, respectfully, for a while. Came in 2 tonight. What are we at? 101? 101 aces coming tonight. It's still 35th best in the country. That's not bad. But used to be getting a lot more. Layla Porter, left-handed swing good for Cal, her second of the night. Ed Swick will make it 7-3. Brooke Miller comes in for the libero Addie Walton. And it will be Ashley Hughes, the sophomore middle Adam Mascuda. Serving this one, gets it over. Bobcats going left to right. Now back to the left. Tip over coming, going to be blocked. Swick got to get it up. This is going to be the third swing. They get it over on a swing by Hughes. Bobcats, middle tip over. Porter there. Going to Pullman. She'll throw it left for Grace Johnson. Puts down another one, her second. Swick makes it 8-3. Grace Johnson leading the team in kills tonight, 130 in 45 sets, an average of 2.89. Leads the team in hit percentage, 337. Already has 2 kills tonight. Bobcats left side. Pullman stepped up, was there. Frontier coming back. They'll throw it in the middle and the right. Swing, put down off of Pullman for a kill. 8-4. Riley Rourke, the libero for Frontier, will serve it. Out of Carmi, Illinois, a freshman. And you hear me say a lot of that tonight. Freshman for Frontier. Miller, tip over. Bobcats live out is there. They'll go to the left side. Swing is over. Pullman going to Walton. Will set it left for Johnson. Swing, put down. They were ready for it. Went already to Grace twice tonight. That time on the left side. They were ready for that one. 8-5. Another serve coming. The libero and Rourke will get it over. Goes to Henry on the right side. Porter couldn't get there. It's an ace. 8-7. Frontier pulls within 1. 8-6, sorry, pulls within 2. Hopefully it won't be pulled within 1. Might have been 1.2. It was 1.2 earlier, but hopefully it won't. Won't be a 1-point game. Pullman. Pass to Miller, will swing it over. That's not going to be a 1-point game. It's going to be a 3-point game as Brooke Miller will get the kill, and it's 9-6. Alea Furlow and Addie Worson will come in. Layla Porter and Lacey Pullman out. It will be Addie Worson back to serve. 21 aces. I mentioned with Pullman, it'd be a good time for an ace right now. We haven't got one in a while from her. Does not come there. In the middle. Bobcat swing is over. That's going to be a net violation. 10-6. Swick by 4. Swick will get Kaskaskia, Wabash Valley, Lincoln Trail, and Shawnee in their next region games. And big stretch where you want to hopefully go out and win all of them. We'll see. That one's blocked to the right side. Starts side. The tough team here in Frontier. Henry stepped up, gets it to Furlow. Third hit's over. Bobcats pass in the middle. Going to left side. Swing down line. Got it for a kill. Lily Spark on the kill makes it 10-7. Swick up by 3. Here in this first set. Next service over. This will go to Walton in the middle receive. Worson tip over by Miller. Coming back. Bobcats are there. They'll throw it to the left. Swing into the net. 11-7. Swick back by 4. They let Bobcats take that 2-1 lead. Have not led yet. As Maddie Gibbs will check in for the first time. She came in for Bailey Henry. It'll be Grace Johnson back to serve. 11 aces for her on the year. This one's going to be over right to the Bobcat libero. They'll throw it left side swing. Got around the block. Grace is there. Going to Worson. Now left side for Gibbs. Swing. Blocked. They're going to say it was blocked by the net. That's what it looked like. It went into the net. Played on the rebound. 11-8. Frontier never had a hand on it. 11-8. Lily Spark back to serve. She is a freshman out of New Zealand. They got a couple international players. One from Colombia. So this one's going to be over. In the middle for Miller. Swing, got it. Went off the dig of Spark. Going backwards. Brooke Miller, another kill, and it's 12-8. Addie Walton back to serve. Brooke Miller out. Ashlyn Hughes in for her. Also have a player out of Puerto Rico, which is technically U.S. territory. Worson, left side for Gibbs. Blocked. Will try to get on the rebound. Walton. Worson back to Hughes. Swing. Got it. Ashlyn Hughes will put us up 13-8. Beautiful ball right there, too. Another serve here coming for Walton. She moved into third on the team in aces with 13. Got her 13th Monday against John A. There's going to be a kill right in the middle for Frontier, and it's 13-9. Bobcats will send Mariana Garcia Gomez. She is the freshman defensive specialist out of Colombia. 13-9. This one is going to be over. Goes to Walton on the receive. Worson, and there's no one there in the middle. Hughes got over a free ball. Bobcats going right. Tip over. Hughes sending it backwards in the middle. Now to Gibbs. Left side swing. Dog out by Frontier. Pass it at left. Swing. Going for a kill. 13-10. 3-point game. Swick has won 12 straight matchups against the Bobcats coming into tonight. Took one loss back in 2016. That was a 4-set loss. Off the block, another kill for Frontier, 13-11. That's 3 straight for Frontier. They pulled within 2. Another serve coming. This will go to Furlow. Worse in the middle. Pass going left for Gibbs. That swing is over. Bobcats there on the dig. Throwing it left. Another swing. Blocked into the net. 14-11. Huge point there for Swick. Frontier, I think, was 3 straight. We end that rally. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter will come back in. Addie Orson and Nalea Furlow out. It will be Pullman back to serve. Do have some other games in region play tonight. I think we got 4. It's a 4-game slate. We'll have those, hopefully get some scores for you. I'll have the updated region standings for you, as always we do at the start of the second set. Get you all the matchups tonight. That's going to be a point for Swick, 15-11. Frontier couldn't get it over. Frontier is going to take a timeout. It's their first of the night, 15-11. Blue Storm lead the Bobcats here midway through set 1. We're back in a moment here from Fairfield, Illinois. Frontier called their first timeout. Out of the timeout, they send a free ball over. Walton going to Porter, left-handed swing, in down the left line, and the Blue Storm are back up by 5, 16-11. You got Vince Sins at John A. That's the matchup I'm really, really excited to see. 2 undefeated teams. Whoever wins, that's going to be in first place in the region after tonight. That's going to be a point for Frontier. Vinson 7-0, John A 4-0. Check that 5-0. Lakeland at Southeastern Illinois, and then Shawnee is at Wabash Valley with Lincoln Trail and Kaskaskia being off tonight in region play. 4-point game. Another serve is over. To Hughes in the middle. Bobcats are there for the first hit, and then it's going to hit the floor. Ashland Hughes on a kill. We're up by 5, 17-12. As long as we stay here at this spot, up by 5 or more, it'll be good. Maddie Gibbs will go back to serve for the first time. Built ourselves a little bit of a lead, and that Frontier run at 3 straight. Cut into a little bit. That's going to be ace for Maddie Gibbs. 18-12. That's her 6th ace of the season. It's our 2nd ace of the night. Good, a few more maybe. It's her 6th. See if we get another one. It's going to be a service error after that into the net. 18-13. 5-point game. And she will come out. Bailey Henry back in for her. Will be Evan Polsgrove, a freshman out of Brockland, Arkansas. Back to serve for Frontier. Porter, big swing! In for a kill. They're going to call it out. They're going to call it out. It looked like it was in. They said it was out, and the ref is talking with the line judge, but yeah, that call's going to stand. They usually do. 18-14. Go a little bit too well in that. Left side for Grace. Gets it back. Grace Johnson with another kill, 19-14. Up by 5. Ashland Hughes back to serve. Brooke Miller back in as well. No libero with Addie Walton coming out for Miller. Let's see what Hughes could do on this service run. Let's take a 6 straight right here. That'd be nice in this ball game right here. Pullman going to Hughes. Roll shot over. Head it to 9. Miller's there on the rebound. Pullman center dump. Frontiers libero's there. Now going left side. Pullman steps up is there. Henry pass going for Grace. Swing in the middle. 2 Bobcats converge. It's going to land 20-14. Grace Johnson another kill. And Swick is the first team to 20 here in set 1. Hitting .337. Coming into tonight's Grace Johnson, who had a really good freshman year, 3.01 kills per set. That's down line and out. 21-14, Swick within 4. And Frontier is going to use that last timeout. Swick has their largest lead of 7 coming here late in set 1. It's 21-14 in favor of the Blue Storm. We're back in a moment here at Frontier in Fairfield, Illinois. Swick has not been able to take a first set in over a week. The last time they took a first set was at Shawnee back on the 9th of September last Tuesday. 1 in 3 sets. They're looking to do that here. Just 4 points away from accomplish that. It's set 1, 21-14. Ashland Hughes serve out of the timeout. Just barely out in the back line, 21-15. Timeout doctor got us there. Riley O'Rourke, the libero, serving it for Frontier. Her second time serving. Porter going to set Grace, going right to left side. Dug out. Frontier to the bleachers will get it into the middle. And a free ball coming to the third hit. Pullman set for Miller. Swing, got it. Brooke Miller, another kill. She's been another constant for this Swick team over the first 14 games. Addie Wernson and Nalea Furlow back in. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter out. Brooke Miller hitting .314, averaging just over 2 kills per set. coming in tonight. 2.05 to be exact. 22-15. Frontier left side swing. Dug out by Henry. Worson going left side for Grace. Swing is blocked. Waltz with the rebound going backwards. Swick able to get there. Now roll shot from Miller. Bobcats third hit swing. Went off of Henry backwards for a kill. 22-16. Swick this year, by the way, is just 8-6 in the first set. They are averaging 22.7 points in the first set, but 8-6 opponents are averaging 19.6 against the Blue Storm. Furlow down the left line, out. No touch, 22-17. Frontiers got this within 5. Largest lead is 7. We're good here. Got it side out. Not going to happen. Frontiers put it straight down. And it's now 22-18. And Swick's got to take a timeout. Frontier, a little late momentum. They pulled us within 4. And we're back in a moment. We'll take a timeout as well. This is Swick Volleyball on the road here at Fairfield, Illinois. Back in a moment. Frontier hit us with a little bit of a timeout, Doctor, out of the last timeout when we were served with Ashlyn Hughes. Put up a service there right out of the timeout. Frontier now at the line. We called a timeout. Can we get a timeout, Doctor, here? Will not come. Swick in the middle for Miller. Well, it's going to kill instead. That works. 23-18. Brooke Miller put another one down. And we are within 2 of taking this first set. Maddie Gibbs back in. Bailey Henry out. And it will be Grace Johnson back to serve. This one's going to be over. Bobcats in the middle on the receive. Throwing it left side. Swing off the block. Coming back. It's going to go out. 23-19. Bobcats back within 4. But we're in the driver's seat right now. Just got to hold on to this. We're in the driver's seat. We're good. Don't let them go on a run here. Just don't let them go on a run. Had that run at 3 straight. I think that's the most they've had consecutively tonight. This will go to Worson in the middle for Brooke Miller. Another kill. The sophomore out of Albemarle, Illinois, gets us to set point here in set 1. 24-19. Set point in set 1 here. Favor the Blue Storm at Southwestern Illinois College. And it will be the libero, Addie Walton, looking to take the first set here for the Blue Storm. Gets it over. Bobcats going left side swing. Off the block. Got it. 24-20. And now Frontier will need 4 straight to keep this first set alive. They'll all go down. I'll go down to Yalea Vieira. Serving for the Bobcats. Launched it out. That's the first set. As Swick will take it 25-20 over Frontier. It took a little bit of a battle there, I'll tell you that. Frontier did not back down after us going up by 7. But we do get it done. 25-20. Swick is now taking the first set. It's the first time they took a first set since the 9th of September at Shawnee 8 days ago. But it feels good to get a first set one. We get it done. 25-21. We're back in a moment here for set 2. This is Swick Volleyball here from Frontier. Set 2 coming your way here. As promised, always, we every region game day, take a look at the region standings in between the first and second set. As Swick took the first one here against Frontier 25-20. First of 4 region games tonight. So we start with the other 3 in action. You have Vincent 7-0 at John A, 5-0. Lakeland 2-1 at Southeastern Illinois, 0-5. Shawnee 1-4 at Wabash Valley, 1-4. And standings go like this: Vincent's in first at 7-0, John A in second at 5-0, Kaskaskia in third at 4-1, Lakeland in fourth at 3-1, Swick and Frontier tied at fifth, both 2-3. Wabash Valley and Lincoln Trail tied for seventh, 1-4 each. Shawnee in ninth at 1-5, and at Southeastern Illinois in last at 0-5. And as mentioned, Swick and Frontier tied for fifth. And why this is such a huge game for the Blue Storm, I keep talking about a scenario where everything just falls apart. And I keep saying that I don't think it's going to happen. But there's a scenario where we're fighting for a region spot 3 weeks to go in the year, and we have to go back and look at this game tonight. Did Swick pull this one out? That will help out big time. Especially looks like Frontier is going to be right on the cutoff line for the region tournament. Remember, top 6 qualify for the Region 24 tournament at Lakeland College this year. And you have us right now right there tied for 5th with Frontier. You also have Wabash Valley, Lincoln Trail tied for 7th. Both of those teams are 1-4, 1 game out of us. So this is a huge game tonight. We got to get this done, and a good start taking set 1, 25-20. Let's see how we do. Set 2 has kind of been that set where we've been struggling this year. In fact, this is their worst set by numbers, 7-7 in the second set this year, averaging just 20.5 points in the second set. So we'll see how this goes tonight. Swick is on the right side. They'll attack right to left. Frontier the left. They'll attack left to right. Swick out there with Ashlyn Hughes, Bailey Henry, Lacey Pullman, Layla Porter, Grace Johnson, Libero, Addie Waltz to start the second set. There's a good start. Ashlyn Hughes wasted no time, puts it down. Swick is on the board first. It's 1-0. And it will be Bailey Henry back to serve to start us off here in set 2. Going to be a service error. We're tied up at 1. Something that Swick's got to be a little bit better on is serving. We have 95 errors coming into tonight. That's our 96th. I do not believe we had a service error in set 1. I could be wrong, but I believe we went 2 or 3-0 in aces. 0 service errors. Porter, another big swing. Is that into the back left corner? They're going to say no. It's out, 2-1. And Frontier has their first lead here in set 2. We're coming in tonight +6 in aces compared to errors. That's, we're averaging 2.20 aces per set. We're averaging probably about the same number in service errors, a little over 2. Grace swing, there we go. Ties things up. 2 apiece. Addie Walton back to serve. Ashlyn Hughes out. Brooke Miller in for her. Brooke Miller, a great first set. Really good first set. I love what she's been bringing to this team here. Transfer from Red Lake. She's been perfect. Into the net, 3-2. Swick retakes the lead. Especially coming, D2 level at Red Lake. That's a little bit different competition. Obviously, they got to face Parkland and Lincoln Land, Heartland. But D2 level is a little bit different than D1. It's a step up in talent, and Brooke has done a great job showing that, hey, she deserves to be at the D1 level playing. So go to Henry, going for Pullman, set it left side for Grace. Swing is going to be blocked. Frontier ties it up at 3 as no one was there on the rebound for the Blue Storm. She has done perfect. Riley O'Rourke, the libero, will serve it here. That's going to be an ace. Frontier retakes the lead. It's 4-3. Another serve for the Bobcat libero. This one's going to be over. Walton pass in the middle for Pullman. Porter tip over. Bobcats are there. Frontier going middle. Throw it for the back side or back row, and it's going to go in the net 4-4. Addie Ornson and Leia Furlow coming in. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter out. So here's Addie Ornson back to serve. We gotta get an ace from her. It's been a while. Right side blocked by Grace. Grace Johnson will give us the lead, 5-4. I think she had a block against John A2 on Monday. That's her 15th total. Another serve. This one will be over. Right in the middle. Frontier setting. Left side swing. Got around the block, but it's out. 6-4. A little bit too strong. Six-4 game. Other service over. Frontier throwing it to the right. There's no one there. 7-4. We're up by 3. Frontier's largest lead up to this point, first and second set, has been 1 point. We've done a really good job responding. Not letting Frontier go on any runs at all. That one will go into the net. Service there makes it 7-5. Sarah McCorkle, a freshman out of Mount Carmel, Illinois, will serve it for Frontier. 7-5. Getting this one over. Walton there on the receive. Grace going for Miller. Block straight down. 7-6. Our serve is over. This will go to Henry. Worson in the middle for Miller. Tip over. Bobcats are there. They'll throw it to the right side. Swing got around the block. Hill 7-7. Frontiers tied it up. And just as I said, we've done a good job limiting the runs. Frontier with 3 straight. Well, it's ended here. Try to end this run here. 7-7. Next one is going to be in. Backline ace. Swick let it go and found a spot. 8-7. Frontier with the lead. An ace from McCorkle. Another one. Over. Walton's there. Worson for Furlow. Gets it over. Bobcats coming back middle. Set. Left side. Out. Tied up at 8. And once again, okay, so my point stays true that, largest lead so far tonight, Frontier won. And they went up by 1. We tie it right back up. Maddie Gibbs is in for Bailey Henry. We're going to see Grace Johnson back to serve. This one's going to be over. Bobcats going middle. Left side tip over. Worson steps up is there. Walton out throwing it right for Furlow. Off the block. Miller throws into the bleachers. 9-8 Frontier. They got 10-8 on the scoreboard. Okay, now they got 9-8. Okay. So I've had it happen a few times. I've had it happen a few times where the scoreboard's not been right. Brooke Miller gets a kill 9-9. And one that happened over the spring, actually, with playoff game for Belleville East, boys volleyball. Then they screwed us out of a point. Gets no foul in the sectional semifinal and ended up losing it. We should have responded, but still hurt. Getting a point taken off the board that we should have got. And it actually went over to foul, which made it even worse. Frontier, left side blocked, but it's going to go out. And it's 10-9. They got 11-9. Should be 10-9. Hopefully I can get corrected. They got 11-9 here. I mean, it should be 10-9. I don't think it was 9-8, right? It was 9-8. We tied it up at 9. How did they get? They're a point ahead, but I got it 10-9 right now. Next service over. Hughes in the middle. Tip over's denied. In the middle, Gibbs goes for Hughes. Worson roll shot over. Frontier coming back. Dig out by Walton, but goes in the net. Frontier up by 2. This one's going to be over. Furlow, right side blocked. Frontier Makes it 12-9, up by 3. Next one's going to be over. Hughes in the middle puts it down for a kill. That's going to end the Frontier run. Now they got 13-11, which, I mean, I guess that works. A 2-point game, but I got 12-10. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter will check in. Alea Furlow and Addie Ornson out. And I think that's what they're trying to get down correct to the scores table right now. The ref down there is discussing. I got 12-10. I never changed that. It should be 12-10. Because they randomly gave us a point to fix the differential at least of 2. As we're going to get this sorted out here. And we got 13-11. All right, I'm going to go with that then. I'm going to put that here on as the score. Then if they got 13-11, I'm going to take that. As that is going to be a point for Swick. I believe that was an ace. 13-12. Pulling within 1. Pullman, next serve is over. Bobcats are there. Pass going to the left. Swing coming, got around. Walton stepped up there. Pullman set left side for Gibbs. Looking for the tie. Put it down line. Maddie Gibbs ties it up at 13 here midway through set 2. That was a good ball right there and a good swing. 13-13. Gibbs came in, by the way, averaging 1.11 kills per set, 41 and 37. Able to get one there. Bobcats going left side. Swing. Blocked by Hughes. Bobcats in the middle. Will throw it to the right. Another swing coming. They got around the block. Porter going for Pullman. Now going for Grace. Able to get over. Goes right to the Frontier libero. They'll set it left. Tip over. Got around. Pullman diving out. It's there. No one there. Right in front of the net. Easy put down on the block by Oliviera. 14-13. Frontier by 1. Next one is over. This will go to Grace in the middle. Pullman for Hughes. Swing. Got it. Ashlyn Hughes. No, they're going to say, was it? Oh, they're going to say it was out. All right, 15-13. I thought that was in. Spoke a little bit too soon. Bobcats by 2. Their largest lead is 3 up to this point. Frontier, another serve. Goes to Grace in the middle. Pullman, right side for Gibbs. Swing. Got it. Maddie Gibbs will pull us back within 1. 15-14. And it will be Gibbs back to serve. Got an ace. Yes! Down the left line. Gibbs with an ace, and we're tied up at 15. Here we go. 2 straight. (15-15). Next one's over. Frontier near the back right corner. He'll set it to the right side. Swing. That one's out. 16-15. And Swick will retake the lead. And Frontier now facing a deficit. Been leading here over the last few minutes. We've taken the lead. We'll see if Gibbs can hold it here for the service line. Yeah, another good one put over the net. Gets it to the libero. Going backwards. This may land. It's going to land for another ace. Maddie Gibbs puts us up by 2, and she started to take over here in this second set, 17-15. All right. We're up by 2. See if we can continue the momentum here. Arches deficits 3 in the second set. Now up by 2. Bobcats going left side. Off the block. Pullman stepped up, was there, and couldn't find a teammate. She dove out to her right to get to that one. 17-16. We at least took the lead there on that service run. It was a really good service run by Gibbs. She'll come out. Bailey Henry will come in, put 2 aces on the other side of the net. Lily Spark, a freshman out of New Zealand, will be back to serve for Frontier. See if we can side out real quickly here. Go back to the service line, see if we could just build a lead, build a lead, build a lead. Largest lead was 7 in set 1. This one will go to Hughes in the middle. Pass to left for Johnson, now for Porter. She'll hit it over. Bobcats coming back. Set middle. Blocked by Ashland. It is kept alive. Frontier will get it over to Freeball on the third hit. Henry going for Pullman. Left side for Grace. That one's blocked going backwards. Bobcats are there. They'll throw it middle. Now going to the left. Swing off the block. Hughes is there. Sends it back. Frontier out to the right. Blocked. Out of bounds. Tied up at 17. This Frontier team, man, I tell you, they're scrappy. They can play. They held their own against Indian Hills last Saturday at Lakeland. In that third set, for sure, they held their own. This one's going to go to Waltz in the middle. Tied at 17. Hughes in the middle. Dug out by Libero. At the net. Into the net. Swick will get the lead back. 18-17 as Frontier's middle swung it into the net. Hughes is out. Miller's in. Walton back to serve. This one's going to be over. Frontier going right side. Now to the left. Swing. Blocked by Miller. Going to lay it straight down. Brooke Miller on the block. 19-17. She is top 3 in blocks. She has one more block than Malaya Furlow. 30 for Miller, 29 for Furlow, but it is a better average. 30 for Miller, 29 for Furlow. Furlow does have the better average, .72 compared to .71. That one's hit out. And once again, we're the first team to 20. It's 20-17, and Frontier forced to use their first timeout. Swick came in tonight, averaging just 20.5 points in the second set. A record is 7-7. They lead here at set 2, 20-17. Timeout on the floor. We're back in a moment. This is Swick Volleyball here on the road at Frontier College. There's not much of a surprise in this score update I got for you. Over in Carterville, Vincent and John A. Logan, Trailblazers took the first set 27-25, and I think it's 6-5 in set 2. I bet that's going to be a battle all the way through. That's got to be a fun one to watch. Porter with another kill. Layla Porter puts us up by 4, and it's 21-17. Up by 4, we need 4 here in set 2. Right out of that Frontier timeout as well, we get that first point. Walton will serve it. This one's going to be over. Frontier in the middle, set, swing, put down for a kill. Yolana Liviera, 21-18. Once again, another good run where we put us up by a little bit. We're in the driver's seat, 21-18. You have the advantage. Frontier will serve it here with the libero. That one's out. Good job by Bailey Henry to let it go. 22-18. We need just 3 more. And it will be Wernson and Furlow coming back in. Pullman and Porter out. This one is going to be over right in the middle. Bobcats are there. Set it left side. Swing off of Brooke Miller straight to the scorer's table. 22-19. Sarah McCorkle will serve it, freshman out of Mount Carmel. For the Bobcats, it's a 3-point game, 22-19. Service over. Walton going for Worst, out for Miller. Bobcats there. They'll go to the left. Swing. Henry Stig into the bleachers. 22-20. Frontier with 2 straight. They cut in half. 4-2. Another serve coming. This one's going to be over. Henry in the middle for Worson. He'll pass it for Johnson. Right side swing. Bobcats are there. Coming near the net. Battle for it. Grace tipped it over. Got it off the touch. 23-20. It's Swick within 2. Maddie Gibbs will come in for Bailey Henry. Do we get a Frontier timeout? They're going to take their second. They will look for the use of the timeout doctor when we return. Swick within 2, 23-20 of taking the second set. They already took the first, 25-20. We're back in a moment here from Frontier. Another score update of region play. Wabash Valley 2-1 in sets over Shawnee. It's 14-7. Wabash Valley Warriors over the Saints of Shawnee in the 4th set. 2-1. Favor Wabash there. Grace Johnson will serve it out of the timeout. No timeout doctor there with no service there. Bobcats coming in the middle, swing over. Walton there in the dig. Goes to Worson for Brooke Miller. Off the block kill. 24-20. And it's set point here at set 2. In favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. It's been a while since we've taken the second set. Haven't taken it in 8 days. Bobcats tip over. Furlow in the middle. Going for Worst. He'll set shots and swing. Got it! Swick will take set 2 by the same score they took set 1. 25-20 as Grace Johnson gets the kill to finish this one out. And let's see if we can get the set shutout now. We're taking the first 2. Swick this season, by the way, is 7-0 when they take the first 2 sets. Let's make it 8-0. We're back in a moment here from Frontier. Set 3 coming up as Swick takes the first 2, 25-20, 25-20. Back in a moment. Swick looking for the set shutout here in Region 24 plays. It's the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. The Bobcats are Frontier Community College. Steven Stockwith, glad to have you along on a Wednesday evening, midweek, right? Midway through the week. And hopefully, Wednesday, they start with W's. And that's what we're trying to get tonight. We're one set away from doing that, trying to get a W here against Frontier. Swick came into tonight tied for 5th. In Region 24 standings with Frontier. Both teams 2-3. We get this win tonight. We have 5th place all to our own. Wabash Valley is up 2-1 in sets against Shawnee. We see, or just told you about Vincent's taking the first set against John A. Logan on the road there. So this is interested to see how those two play out. Looks like Wabash is going to get that done, and that Vincent John A. game could go anywhere. Only in the second set up 1-0, and you got Lakeland at Southeastern Illinois as well. Lakeland 2-1, 3-1. Swick is back on the left. They'll attack left to right. Frontier on the right will attack right to left. It will be Bailey Henry, Layla Porter, Ashlyn Hughes, Grace Johnson. Libero is Addie Walton. Started off serving for the Blue Storm is Lacey Pullman. Had an ace earlier in that second set. Porter going for Pullman. Now for Hughes. Swing just down the back line. 1-0 Frontier. They're on the board first here at set 3. You look at the numbers by set for Swick this season. The second set has been their worst set. 20.5 points is what they've been averaging. Opponents are average 18.6. Swick came in 7-7 in the second set. Just pulled up their 8th win there. 8-7. Third set, a little bit close as well. It is close. Swick is scoring 21.9 is the average. That's off the block. Grace Johnson, another kill. And we're on the board here at set 3, 1-1. We're averaging 21.9 in the third set. We are 7-7 though. Opponents are averaging 20.3 against us in the third. So it's close. It's a close number. This is over. Frontier going left side. Pullman going backwards. Henry tracks it down. This will go to Walton. She'll sit over a free ball. Bobcats set middle. Swing. Got it. 2-1 Frontier. Swick this year is 1-2 on the road. Lost at Vincennes, lost at Lakeland, defeated Shawnee on the road at Shawnee as Layla Porter on the right side gets the kill. We're tied up at 2. Brooke Miller will come in for Ashlyn Hughes, and it will be Addie Walton back to serve. This will go right in the middle. Bobcats are there, set it left side. Swing off the block. Got it, 3-2. Swick takes the lead back. Another one is over. Frontier on the right side will send a free ball, or a pass over the left side, a swing over. Pullman going at Johnson, another swing, dug out by the libero. Coming back near the net, going backwards. Frontier gets it over on the third hit. Pullman set, right side Porter, tip over. Bobcats send it back. Miller to send it right back over. Bobcats, right side again. Got around everything, and it's going to lead to a kill. 3-3, and almost got that one there. He just couldn't put it down. Tied up at 3. Frontier has lost 4 straight games. They're going to we'll get John A. Logan Friday, as I mentioned. But then next week we'll get Southeastern Illinois. This got it over the third hit. Pullman going back to Grace left side. Dug out right to the libero. Now to the left side again. Blocked by Miller. And we'll get a violation against Swick. 4-3. Frontier has retaken the lead here early in set 3. Swick this year is 7-0. They're 7-0 and they take the first 2. See if that can hold true. Early start here for Frontier as I'm up by 1. Now to Grace left side. Off the block. Bobcats track it down back right corner. Set middle. Tip over. Down the line. Walton there. Pullman set for Miller. Tip over. Bobcats are there. Back to Grace. Swing back. Bobcats are there again. They're getting to every single ball right now. Let's see if they get to this one by Brooke Miller. They will not. Straight to the floor. We're tied up at 4. Man, she's been good. Good night for hers, but a couple players have had some good nights. Layla Porter and Lacey Pullman out. Addie Ornson and Joy Hurley. Check in. Joy Hurley checking in for the first time. Freshman out of Hardin, Illinois. Out of Calhoun High School. Won a state championship her senior year. That's going to be a point for Frontier, tied at 5. Her and Lacey Pullman did that. Sorry, Frontier up by 1-5-4. Joy Hurley had a really good season her senior year, had 265 kills in 78 sets, an average of 3.4, and had an average of over 4 kills per set in the state postseason run. So go to Hurley on the receive for Miller. Near the net, put down by Frontier. Swick couldn't get to it. Lily Spark was there for the Bobcats, 6-4. Have not been able to go on a run yet, string consecutive points together. We'll see if we can do that soon. Next one's going to be over. Off the receive, Hurley going for Grace. Now Brooke will send it over. Bobcats coming back. Set right side to the left. Swing off the block. Comes right back to Frontier. Middle. Put down again. Oliviera. 8-4. It's Frontier's largest lead of the night. 7-4. Now I'm 1 point behind. 3-point lead ties their largest lead. 7-4. Next one's over. Walter on the receive, goes to the floor. It's an ace. 8-4 Bobcats. Now it's their largest lead. Hate to say that. I spoke that into existence. Hate to say that. Henry, back right corner for Johnson, out for Hurley. She'll swing it over. Bobcats going left side. Someone's got to get there. They do. Going to lead to a free ball coming over. Henry, Johnson, left side. Johnson, yes, it's a kill, 8-5. I think that might have been worse than we passed. I get some of these players mixed up, and I shouldn't. You know, we got sophomores from last year. I shouldn't be getting anyone mixed up. We're at that point, but 8-5 as Grace Johnson back to serve. Maddie Gibbs is in for Bailey Henry. That one's over. Bobcats going right side. Got around the block, put down for a kill. 9-5 Frontier, back up by 4. Next one's over, so go to Walton in the middle. Now for Worson, right side for Hurley. Had it blocked, landed on the Frontier side. Joy Hurley with the kill. Her 13th of the year, and it's 9-6. Only playing in her 14th set of the year. And it'll be Brooke Miller back to serve. Ashlyn Hughes in for Addie Walton Olivero. Miller will serve it. Bobcats on the left side in the middle. Swing coming off the block. Got it, landed straight in the middle, 10-6. Frontier back by 4. Miller will come out. Walton will check back in. Garcia Gomez, freshman out of Columbia, will serve. This one will be over. Walton sends it back. It's going to land for a Swick point as Walton got to it and it got over near that, down that left line, and Frontier got to it, but that second hit ended up going out. Couldn't get over the net. Porter and Pullman will check in. Hurley, what? And Morrison are coming back. They just had to redo it. Those always throw me for a little bit of a loop when it's not the substitutions, you know, rotation, and when it gets delayed like that, and you got to do it twice. And mix throw me for a loop, mix me up. We're good though. 10-7. Pullman will serve it. Bobcats in the middle. Set coming right side. Here comes the swing. Blocked. Out. 11-7. Frontier by 4. At 7, next one's over. Porter going for Pullman. Hughes, tip over, got it. Ashlyn Hughes makes it 11-8. Maddie Gibbs, 2 aces in set 2. Back to serve here. Let's get number 3, right? Number 3 right here. Bobcats are there on the receive. Going left side, swing off the block. Porter Pass to Pullman. She'll throw it in the middle for Johnson. Swings it over. Bobcats leading by 3. We'll send it back over on a tip over. Pullman. Walton will set Johnson. Put her at a little bit of an awkward angle. Still got it over. Frontier going right side. Got it for a kill as it went off of Porter. 12-8. Frontier back by 4. Gibbs will come out. Henry back in. This one's over. Swick got to it. Now to the right side with Porter. Got it for a kill as it just hit the net and went straight down. 12-9. Or I guess I shouldn't say straight down, but it went down going to the left to the, would be the right side of the court. Frontier player never made contact with it. 12-9. Walton will serve it over. Bobcats on the right side. In the middle, that one hit over Pullman. Going for Walton. Now for Porter, looking for back-to-back. It's blocked. Frontier middle. And we'll swing it over on a roll shot. Walton throwing it for Pullman. Now back for Porter. Blocked. Out of bounds. Off of Frontier, and it's 12-10. Next one's over. Go to the libero in the middle to receive. Now go to the left side swing. Pullman there off the block. Now for Walton. Throws it for Porter. Left-handed swing. Had it blocked, but it landed on the Frontier side. We've got 3 straight. And we pull within 1. It's 12-11. Let's get one more and tie this up. This one's going to be over. Frontier. Set left side. Going to land right in the middle off the block. 13-11. Frontier by 2. Next service over. Henry going for Pullman. He'll pass it to Grace. Got it for a kill. Grace Johnson pulls us back within 1. 13-12. See Addie Wernson and Joy Hurley coming back in for the second time in this set. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter coming out. So the Addie who serves it over. Bobcats going to the right. Blocked by the net, I believe. I don't know if it touched the Swick player. Nonetheless, it's 13-13. I think it made straight contact with the net. Grace might have got a hand on it. I don't care. It's a block, or a point. We'll take it 13-13. Got blocked by somebody in the net or Swick. It's a point. 13-13. Bobcats left side. Henry dove out, made a play on it. Couldn't follow it up with a teammate. 14-13. Frontier back by 1. Sarah McCorkle will serve it for Frontier. Next service over. This will go in the middle with Walton. Throws it for Wernson. Now right side for Johnson. Blocked straight down on her. 15-13. Frontier by 2. They get 2 straight. It's 15-13. Next one's over in the middle for Walton. We'll get it for Worse now for Miller. Had it blocked. Johnson there on the rebound. Now goes to the left with Hurley. Swing. Libero's there for Frontier. Now go to the left swing. Blocked. It's going to go down for a point. 15-14. Frontier couldn't get to it. Maddie Gibbs coming back in. Bailey Henry out. Grace Johnson back to serve. Next one's over. Going to the left side. Tip over. Got around the block. Worse in there for Walton. Now going right side for Hurley. Blocked out of bounds. Joy Hurley, her second kill. And we have tied it up at 15. Our serve by Grace. That one gets over. Frontier on the receive. Throwing it to the left. Swing. Got around the block. Out of bounds. No touch. Swick leads 16-15. No, they're going to give it to Frontier. They're going to give it to Frontier, so I guess there was a touch on it. 16-15, Bobcats by 1. And the Bobcats get to serve it. This one's going to be over. In the middle, Johnson throwing it for Miller. Big swing! We get it right back. It don't matter. 16-16. All tied up again. Walton out. Hughes is in, no libero. Brooke Miller back to serve it. Miller will serve it right to the libero. Bobcats will throw it in the middle. Tip over. Hurley got there, got it to Grace. Now a roll shot coming from Swick in the middle. Bobcats send it back. Miller, Wordston, left side for Gibbs. Down line, got it back left corner. Maddie Gibbs with another kill. 17-16, and Swick now has the lead. Up by 1. Took the first 2 sets, 25-20 each. We have the lead now here. 17-16, next one's over. Vince Sins, by the way, took the second set at John A. Logan, 25-22. Vince Sins has taken the first 2, another kill for Swick, and it's 18-16, and Frontier's got to take a timeout. That's their 5th take of the night. I believe we've only taken 2 at the most. I think it might be 1, but I think it's 2. Nonetheless, we're up by 2. We make Frontier call a timeout, and let's see if we can keep this going. Let's end this third set really quickly. We're back in a moment, 18-16, late in the third. Here for Frontier. Trying to get a Shawnee Wabash Valley score for you right now. My phone is not wanting to cooperate. Frontier right out of the timeout gets a point off the block, 18-17. It was Wabash Valley 2-1 in sets against Shawnee over in Mount Carmel. Let's see if I can get that to load. It's just not loading. Next one is going to be over. Frontier on the right side, tip over. Gibbs throwing it now for Hurley. Free ball coming over. Bobcats going to the left. It's going to be blocked. Gibbs is there. Swick sends it back with Hughes. Tip over coming back. 1 point game. Got this hard fought point here. Hurley. Swing, launched it out. Do we have a touch? No, we're tied at 18. Had a couple of our players looking for a touch. Yeah, I don't know why my phone just does not want to cooperate right now trying to pull up the stream. 18-18. Johnson going for Worsen. Left side for Gibbs. That one's going to be blocked. Point Frontiers. It came straight down. 19-18. Bobcats by 1. See if we can tie this one up. Frontier 3 straight out of that timeout. Gibbs sends it back over. Frontier coming back. That one almost going to land. Third hit, it's going to get over. Wow. Swick coming back. Hughes got it. Every time they send a free ball over, you got to be able to execute it. Swick does that there. You got him a little bit off balance. You got all their players scrambling. 19-19. And I will say, it looks like, yep, Wabash Valley will take down Shawnee in 4 sets tonight. 3-1. This will be Lacey Pullman back to serve. We're tied at 19. Porter and Pullman came back in for Worsen and Hurley. That one's going to go out off of Swick. Frontier is the first team to 20 at set 3. So let me make sure I put that on there in my notes. Wabash Valley at 4 over Shawnee tonight. That's it. I tell you, man, Wabash Valley's coming back. Only one game out tonight. That's going to be an ace. 21-19. They're only one game out as the region tournament, back by one game behind Swick, and then we're going to have to take a timeout. 21-19. Frontier with some late momentum after we were up, was it 18-17, right, or 17-16? Frontier is up by 2. We're late in the third set. We'll see if we can get a response out of the timeout, maybe get a appearance from the timeout doctor. Well, come on. We haven't had one yet tonight, at least on our side. We'll see if we can get it. We're back in a moment here for Frontier. Frontier, this is the latest in these 3 sets they've led, leading by 2, 21-19. Service coming for Frontier. Goes to Walton on the receive. Pullman, set Hughes, swing. Bobcats are there. Going to the right, now to the left side. Swing, blocked by Hughes. Bobcats will try it again, left side. Got around the block, it's a kill. 22-19, Frontier by 3, and a hard-fought point right out of the timeout. Next one's over. Porter going for Pullman. Out for Ash. Out. Swick will use another timeout. 23-19. Frontier trying to take this third set and force a fourth. Swick this year is 7-0 when they take the first 2 sets and took the first 2, but Frontier coming back to the third. We'll take another timeout. Back in a moment here for Frontier. (23-19). Frontier will serve it out of the Swick timeout. We used our last timeout of the set. This is going to go to Grace. Pullman going right side for Gibbs. Swing. Got it. Maddie Gibbs with the kill. Much needed point out of a timeout. 23-20. You get a kill, you go back to serve. Gibbs 2 aces in set 2. No better time for her third of the night right here. Goes in the middle. Frontier laid out, got to it. Now a free ball coming from the libero. Porter. Pullman, set left side, Grace. Swing, blocked. They were ready for it. They've had her blocked a few times tonight, as McCorkle was the one that had it. 24-20. Set point here in set 3 in favor of the Bobcats of Frontier Community College. Try to send us to a set 4. Serve is going to be over. Swick, Pullman will track it down in the middle. Throw it for Grace left side. Tip over coming. Bobcats are there. They throw it in the middle. Free ball is over. And it hits the floor. Frontier takes the third, 25-20. And we are going to a 4th set as the Bobcats do the reverse of what Swick did in set 2, winning 25-20. They do the exact same here. 25-20. We go to a 4th set. Hoping for a 3-set shutout, but it will not come. We're going to stay a little bit later tonight. 25-20, the final of the third in favor of Frontier. We go to a 4th. Let's see if we can lock in and get this thing, tighten up and get this thing over with. 25-20 in the third set in favor of Frontier. We're back in a moment here. for set 4. Frontier comes back, taking the third, 25-20. After Swick took the first two, 25-20 each. Steven Stark, we'd be glad to have you along tonight. We're going to be here a little bit longer. I was hoping we could get out here with the set shutout. That is not going to be the case tonight. And we're going to have to fight a little harder is what it's the conclusion out of that third set. Frontier really rallied back, and props to them. This is a good team. I mean, they have went through some rough years as a women's volleyball program, and they have done a really good job this year. 16 games in, 8-8. This is a very, very solid team. And as I mentioned, you cannot overlook these this team. There's no way you can. They are good, and they just like many of the region foes in Region 24, they are forced to be reckoned with. We have seen that here tonight, but we'll see what we can do as we start the fourth set. Swick is on the right. They'll attack right to left. Frontier in the left, attacking left to right. It'll be Lacey Pullman, Bailey Henry, Grace Johnson, Layla Porter, Ashley Hughes, the libero tonight. For Swick here at set 4 is Addie Walton. Camden Tappendorf, the sophomore out of Louisville, Illinois, will serve it. I mentioned this earlier. I did not know we had a Louisville, Illinois. I still think that might be a little bit of a typo, but it's not. As Ashley Hughes starts off the fourth set to kill 1-0. That was news to me when I found that out today. We got a Louisville and Illinois. Bailey Henry back to serve to start set 4. And that's going to go in the net. 1-1. Because I saw it on the roster. I said Louisville, Illinois. I was like, is this not Kentucky? Is this not Kentucky? So I looked up Louisville, Illinois. Yeah, it's a small village. I forgot where it's at, where it's located at. I assume around here, but that's in the net. Service error gets us back up by 1, 2-1. Let me just put that into Apple Maps right now. Yeah, it's 28 miles away from here in Fairfield. As it will be Addie Walton, the Swick libero, back to serve. Bobcats going left, swing, right to Walton. Pullman, set left side for Johnson, swing, got it. Swick up 3-1. We got to keep the foot on the gas pedal here early in set 3. So where is this at? It's about a 44-minute drive. Where is this? Like, where's the big city at? By Olney. That okay? It's a little bit of a drive from Olney. As Porter gets it over, that's going to be a kill. 4-1. That is it's about a 30-minute drive, about 20 miles. All right, little geographical knowledge, geography, right there for you. Pullman in the middle from Miller. Tip over got denied. Bobcats will set it back. Henry going to the left, gets there. Pullman now for Porter. Another kill for Layla, 5-1. She's someone that's starting to get it going. Timeout Frontier. Came into the day. Layla Porter hitted 266, averaging over 1.5 kills per set. That should go up after tonight. We still got a fourth set to play. It's 5-1. Timeout Frontier early on. We're back in a moment. This one's going to be over. Frontier going middle. Swing, put down. Walton gets it to Miller. She tipped it over. Now going to the right side. Sent back. Porter near the scorer's table. Pullman tracks it down. Throws it out left for Walton. Free ball over. 5-1 out of the Frontier timeout. Bobcats will make it 5-2 on a kill. Swing put down by Cassidy King, a freshman middle/right side out of Brooklyn, Arkansas. 5-2. Marina Garcia Gomez, freshman out of Columbia, will serve it. This one is going to be out, 6-2. Missing one more score in region play. I haven't looked for one yet, so that's why. Lakeland and Southeastern Illinois. Once we get a timeout, I'll try and track one down, as it's going to be Joy Hurley, Addie Worson coming in, Layla Porter, and Lacey Pullman out. And it will be Addie Worson back to serve. Lakeland came into tonight 3-1 in region play. That's the team we got to chase, and they got a game up on us in the tiebreaker, defeated us at Lakeland. That's going to be an ace, 7-2. Addie Worson continues her team lead, her 22nd ace of the year. I said it earlier that it's been a while since she's got one. It's been a while. Good old saying, ask you shall receive. Just took a little bit. Bobcats right side, kill. Worson couldn't handle it, 7-3. Another serve coming here for Frontier. 7-3 goes to Henry on the receive. Worson now for Miller. Swing us over. Bobcats coming back on the left side. Goes right to Grace. She'll hit it up in the air for Walton. Now will go for Hurley. Swing, blocked. Worson on the rebound. Hurley gets to it. Swing gets it over the third hit. Bobcats coming back on the left side. Walton steps up there in the middle. Now goes for Worson. Left side for Grace. Swing, blocked out of bounds. Grace let it go. 8-3. Had to get out of the way of that one a little bit. Maddie Gibbs will come in for Bailey Henry, and it'll be Grace Johnson back to serve. Another good night for her, the sophomore out of Breese Central High School. Had a really good high school career as well. Breese Central's always good in volleyball as well. Blocked on the right side. Point for Swick, 9-3. We've tripled Frontier's points. Largely tonight is 7, by the way. We're up by 6 here. And Frontier, they're going to take their second timeout already. Wow. They're going to use their second already, as it's 9-3 in set 4. We're back in a moment here from Frontier. Up by 6. Another serve coming here for Grace Johnson out of the Frontier timeout. This one's going to be over. Bobcats throwing it for the middle. Swing. Worson to the right. Hurley trying to dive out for it. Cannot get there. And it's 9-4. 5-point game. Frontier will send back. That's going to be Evan Pulsgrove, freshman out of Brooklyn, Arkansas. We'll get it over. Walton in the middle. Going for Worson, now for Miller. Tip over. Bobcats send it back, and it's in. 9-5. Frontier with 2 straight out of the timeout. Next one's over. Miller coming back. Dunk out. Bobcats doing that. Brooke just sends it back on the block. That'll work. 10-5. Walton will come out. Hughes will come in. No libero. Brooke Miller back to serve. Coming into tonight with 4 aces on the season. Goes right to libero in the middle. There's going to be number 5. Libero for Frontier hit it to the floor, 11-5. Brooke Miller puts us back up by 6, her 5th ace of the season. Next one's over. Frontier in the middle. They'll set it to the right side. Tip over. Someone's got to step up. Hurley's there in the middle. Worson will go to Grace. She gets it over. Bobcats coming back. Set left side. Blocked. Ashlyn Hughes was there. 12-5. Swick by 7, tying their largest lead of the night. Great job there by Ashlyn Hughes. She came in averaging 1.05 blocks percent lead the team. 44 total on the year. Next one's going to be over. Frontier middle. Tip over. Hurley pass goes to Miller. Now we'll go in the middle. Hurley will sit over a free ball. Bobcats going right side. Wraparound swing. Got it. Put down right in the middle. 12-6. Swick by 6 in set 4. Other one coming for the Frontier libero, serving it here. First time in the set. Hughes in the middle, got it for a kill. Ashley Hughes puts us back up by 7, 13-6. Layla Porter and Lacey Pullman will come in. Joy Hurley, Addie Worston down, and will be Pullman back to serve. This one's going to be over, and 8 coming back over. 14-8, Lacey Pullman on the race. I think that's her second, and I lose track. We've got a lot more aces tonight, I'll tell you that, than we have been over the last few games. That was one of our, one of the things we were best at in the country was the aces in the service aces department. That's kind of slowed down a little bit. Point Frontier, 14-7. That was Swick's largest lead of the night, by the way, of 8 before that Frontier point. Now it's to 7. Camden Tappendorf, the sophomore setter for Frontier, will serve it. It's over. Grace going to Walton. Will throw it back to Grace. Free ball coming. Gets it over. Frontier going to the middle. Swing. Pullman there. Going for Walton. Now for Gibbs. Sends it back over. Frontier. Now to the right. Swing. Blocked. Another point for Swick. 15-7. Kind of looks like Swick just wanted to play a 4th set for whatever. Just, why not, 15-7. Largest lead of the night. As Maddie Gibbs will serve it. Gets it over. Frontier going to the left. That one's launched out. We're up by 9. 16-7. Remember, Frontier does not have any timeouts remaining. They used both of them early on. It was 12-6, I believe, when they called that second one. We're up by 9. Let's make it double digits here, Maddie. Let's go. This one's going to be over in the middle. Frontier set it at right side. Got around the block. Pullman's there. Going for Walton. Now right for Porter. Left-hand swing. Block straight down. Good block there by Frontier. They've been getting us on that right side, whether that's been Grace or Layla swinging. 16-8. Gibbs will come out. Henry in for her. Bailey Henry, a good high school career. Especially last year, led her team senior year in kills. Had 410 and 116 sets, averaged just about 3.5. Also had 2.0 digs per set over playing in the state of Missouri. Johnson blocked. Hits the floor, 16-9. Frontier back within 7. Frontier will serve it. This will go to Henry. Now for Pullman. Hughes, tip over. Got it, it's in. Ashley Hughes makes it 17-9. We're up by 8, and we need 8. As Hughes will come out, Miller's in for her, and it'll be Walton back to serve it. This one is over. Frontier going middle. Set coming to left side. Big swing, Walton's there. Pullman, center dump, got it! Lacey Pullman gets it to work on the center dump, 18-9. I think it was Monday against John A. She had another one of those. She's got 2 of them. That's her 3rd kill of the year. She's hitting 143. 18-9 in the middle. And a kill for Frontier, 18-10. Only up by 8. Walton back in. It is Miller. Sorry, check that. Walton was in. I was used to rotation. I think Hughes usually comes in, but I'm a little bit ahead, I think, is what I'm thinking right now. That's going to be an ace, 18-11. A little bit of a head. So it's an ace for Frontier, back within 7. They have Mariana Garcia Gomez serving it. Next one over in the middle. Henry dived out, sent it back. Frontier set, coming left side, swing. Walton punches it back up over the net, and it's out. Too strong. And here is Frontier with 3 straight, making this a little bit of a game now, 18-12. They're wanting to stick around here. Tell you, man, they're gritty. They know how to fight. They're gritty. Next service over in the middle. Henry dives out. It's there, sends it back, and it's out. Frontier has made it a 5-point game, and Swick's got to take a timeout. We got to bounce back here. We'll see if we can do that out of the timeout. Back in a moment here for Frontier. Lakeland in 3 sets over Southeastern Illinois tonight in region play. So the only other one in progress besides us is John A. and Vince Sids. It was Vince Sids in the first 2, very close. I think 27-25, 25-21. We got a close one here in set 4, 18-13. Swick does lead. Frontier is well on a run, though. They've got this within 5 after being down by as many as 9. Bobcats, left side swing out of the Swick timeout block. Frontier again in the middle. Walton going for Pullman. Grace, big time kill coming. No, as Frontier gets to it off the block, and they get over the 3rd hit. Grace, Pullman, now right side for Layla. Swing, blocked out of bounds. Layla Porter will put us up by 6. We need 6. Addie Wernson, and it will be Skylar Yates coming in. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter out. Yates making her first appearance of the night. Freshman right side hitter out of Heron, Illinois. Only our 9th set played this season. And the serve. This one's going to be over. Bobcats throwing it to the right. Swing. Hit in the middle. Walton out going for Yates. Looking for a kill right away. Launched it out. 19-14. 5-point game. Next one's over. Yates on the receive on the left side. Will throw it for Miller. She sends it over. Bobcats coming back on the left. Swing. It's in. 19-15. Frontier staying it back to 4. It went +5 since being down by 9. Another serve. It's over. Henry in the middle for Worson. Now going for Miller. Put it down. It's going to land. Brooke Miller makes it 20-15. Up by 5. We need 5. Maddie Gibbs back in for Bailey Henry. It'll be Grace Johnson back to serve. This goes right in the middle. Frontier set. Swing. Dug out by Grace. Got it to Brooke, and she got it over. Ended up working out there. Big swing. Walton's dig to the bleachers. 20-16. And Frontier within 4. I don't really like this. If this finds a way to go to a 5th set, I don't like that at all. You got to get this done here. Gibbs, left side swing. Bobcats there. Roll shot over. Grace going to Miller now for Yates. She'll send it over. Bobcats coming back. Left side tip over. Grace. Worson set left side for Gibbs. Come on, Maddie. It went out. Point Frontier. 20-17. And it's a 3-point game. Got to side out here. Come on. They're getting to us right here. They are getting to us. It's only a 3-point game. 20-17. Miller. There we go. Brooke Miller responds. 21-17. Swick by 4. We need 4. Will be Brooke Miller back to serve as Walton is out. No libero. Ashlyn Hughes is back in. It's been a while since she's came into the ballgame. That's how the rotation works, right? It's been a while. Brooke Miller will serve it. This gets over. Bobcats middle. Set left side. Got it. Another kill. 21-18. I mean, keep going 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. They go 2-1 here, it would be 22-19. Go 2-1 again, it would be 21-23. We gotta end this here. Come on, Hughes. Ash had it blocked. Yates there on the rebound. Worsen left side for Gibbs. Maddie. Got it for a kill. Maddie Gibbs off the touch. Yes. 22-18. Okay, so we did not let Frontier go 2-1 there on a run. And it will be Layla Porter, Lacey Pullman back in. Skylar Yates and Addie Worsen out. Lacey Pullman back to serve. Well, I don't. Let's just put it out there. I think an ace would be a good time to get an ace right now, right? I think it would be a great time for an ace. How about an ace right here, folks? 22-19 won't come there. Frontier going right side. Tip over. Not getting over. Into the net. 23-18. Within 2. Another serve coming here for Pullman. We'll get this one over. Frontier's there on the receive in the middle. Put down. But they're going to say, was that a lift? Another going to say, was it violation? I don't know for what they called. But nonetheless, it's game point here in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern on College. 24-18 here at set 4. Pullman service over, going backwards. Frontier is there. Bobcats will sit over a free ball. Walton, Pullman for Hughes to win it. Ash gets it done, and Swick will snap the 4-game losing streak. 25-18 here in the 4th set as they take down Frontier. 25-20, 25-20 the first 2. Frontier came back and took the third 25-20. We take the 4th 25-18. We improved to 9-6 on the year, 3-3 in region play. Frontier falls to 8-9, 2-4 in region play. We're back in a moment to talk about it next. Welcome back here to Frontier. Swick gets it done in 4 sets, able to snap a 4-game losing streak, 25-20, 25-20. And then Frontier took the third, 25-20. We get the fourth done, 25-18. So welcome into our Swick Volleyball postgame show. Steven Stockley here, joined by our postgame guest, our player of the game, the freshman Maddie Gibbs. Maddie, thanks for taking time to join me.
Thank you for having me.
You guys get it done in 4 sets, and I know you guys wanted to get it done in 3. What was kind of the message during that huddle in between the third and fourth set after Frontier took that third one, 25-20?
We kind of just told each other, we gave them that game on our errors, and we just really need to hone in on let them earn their win and not give it to them, and just really focus on having positive energy and celebrate every single kill. And I definitely think having high energy in the last set helped us get that done.
You guys had a battle a little bit throughout some of those sets. You guys were up by as many as 7 in the first. It tightened up. Winning 25-20, took the second 25-20. You guys were up by 9 in the fourth set. That one tightened up as well. They got it down to as little as 3. You guys were able to battle through that. Speak about how early on in the season you guys are down 9-6, only 15 games in. Speak about how that plays early on where you guys are just trying to get together as a team and learn how to battle through, tough situations like that.
Our team is very, very freshman heavy this year, so I think it's more just about kind of learning how to play with each other since most of us weren't here last year. And so I think once we have that team chemistry and we kind of learn what each other likes and what each other needs to succeed, I definitely think we're going to be able to get it done much quicker and, shorten those runs. Once we figure out how to keep the energy the whole game and not let them get in our heads, I think we're going to put some balls down.
You guys are able to snap a 4-game losing streak, and it feels pretty good to finally get back in the win column. For you, to see the performance you guys had tonight, what do you think you guys did well that was big for you guys to pull this one out tonight?
I definitely think we had high energy, and we celebrated every single point, whether it was a big kill or a free ball. And I think having energy and just kind of being supportive of each other the whole entire time helped us end our losing streak.
You talk about that losing streak, too. Some of those sets have been really close. You go back to Saturday against Middle Area, it was 25-22 in the first set. John A. on Monday, 28-26. Just speak about, how rough it's been for you guys. 'Cause I know you girls, were coming in with a lot of pressure. I think that's a good way to kind of describe it as pressure. Just speak about how it's been for your girls trying to find a way to get out of this 4-game lose streak, and you guys get it done tonight, but just speak about what it's been like the last few days, last few games.
The last couple of games have been kind of rough. Obviously no one likes to lose, but I think we didn't really let anyone take us down without a fight. I think we had a lot of close games, which helped our mentality. And then yesterday at practice, we really just sat down and we were like, what do we need for this season in order to succeed? And we just put everything out on the table, and I think that helped us go into this game with a fresh mind and a clear message on what we wanted.
Guys, will continue region play on Saturday in our tough foe in Kaskaskia. What do you guys, after tonight, what do you need? What do you see that you guys need to do well on to continue playing well going into Saturday?
I think we just need to be ready for quick balls. We have a lot of balls that hit the corner or they come over on second contact, and we're kind of not ready for them. So I think once we just are on our toes, ready for every single ball, we're going to be pretty unstoppable.
Maddie, thanks for the time.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the win. Let's keep it going. Be back in a moment. Swick gets it done in 4, 25-20, 25-20, 20-25, and then 25-18 in the fourth set. A lot of 25-20s there, 3 straight. That'll wrap it out here from Frontier on a Wednesday night. We're back Saturday at Muscuda High School. That's the big outdoor match. And if you don't know, Muscuda High School last year, their volleyball team had an outdoor game. I think they played Breeze Central, I want to say. Do not quote me on that. And that I think they actually had to move it indoors after the first set. But weather looks like it's going to be good on Saturday, and hopefully we get 3 games in. They have a high school game before us, college game, and then a high school game after that. So looking forward to that. Opening serve is scheduled for 4 o'clock. We'll be on the air at about 3:50 or so with our pregame show. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Have a good week. And the next time I see you, I'll see you later.